Hey folks, I'm Camille Who Armstrong, the performing arts renaissance woman. For over 40 years, I've worked as a performer, educator, consultant, and coach. But most importantly, I'm a parent. From classrooms to stages to bedtime routines, I've spent my life nurturing creativity, character, and connection in the next generation. This series is for you, whether you're expecting, learning as you go, or parenting for the first time, or even third time around. I'm here to share the insights, tools, and real talk I've gathered over 4 decades of hands on experience. Welcome to Camille Who, the Child Whisperer. I'm so glad you're here. What is the very first word that our toddlers learn to throw back at us? The word that's meant to keep them safe? No. That dreaded N word. And here's why. I'm Camille Who Armstrong, and we're going to talk about that N word. No. All right. So here's what's happening, folks. We tend to overuse the word no. It's the quickest word that we can get to in our vocabulary to keep our child safe or to make our child stop doing something. We have said no way too many times, so it's taken the power from it. And it also is just an easy word for them to imitate, so then they say it. But because we use it in those particular situations and probably overusing it, they are learning through association. They are learning that they have experiences. They have experiences that are attached to the word no. So they now have an understanding of how and when to use the word no with us. Do they understand that it's to keep them safe? No, they don't. Not if we overuse it. If we're like, no, 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 like, and we're using it for more than just them being safe. We're using it for them to stop, I don't know, pulling on your shirt. I don't know, right? Like I can't think of any scenarios right now, but there's so many different reasons why parents would end up saying no, 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 no. They're attaching these scenarios to the word, and that's their understanding of the word. Do we have to keep it that way? No, we do not. Here's another negative or another downside to overusing the word, and that your toddler ends up using it against you. It's a negative tone. Let's face it. And sometimes we don't necessarily have to use a negative tone for something that is not as negative. I would probably reserve that no word for, like, if your child's about to go across the street, okay, or if they're about to touch something that is gonna burn them or something. In that case, don't touch that. It's hot, right? So you can use those. You can use those words as instead of no. I know it's quick. I know it's easy, but it makes it difficult for you as a parent once your child learns it. And that's the reason why I'm giving you this information. You want to save your no for emergencies. You can also correct your child, like, don't touch, you'll get burned, or watch that thing, or I have a simple, and it's really just a sound more than it is a word. And so you're correcting with less harshness. Like I said, the more you use it, the less power it carries. And then your child they feel like, because if you use it all the time, then they can use it all the time. That's really as deep as it goes, okay? And they know that there are many different situations that it's being used, so they'll know how and when to use it on you. What I'm gonna share with you, when you attach that with a reason, then it teaches them to comply. It teaches them to understand there's a cause and there's effect. There is a reason why we don't do this, or even saying, we don't do that. We don't do that. We're not going to do that. That's my favorite. These are those things which you do that you can do instead. So start training yourself now to just say things like, that's electric. We don't mess with that. Don't touch. That's hot. Or don't touch. That's hot. You're going to get burned. Right? Um, I've cared for children where, first of all, children already know, especially little toddlers, you already have a sense of what like whether you're doing something right or you're doing something wrong. Okay. And usually when your child goes quiet and they're in the next room, they're messing with something that they don't have any business messing with. And you come into that room and they don't think that you're watching, but you just go, they'll be like, and they'll stop and go do something else. Why? Because they already know that it's something they're not supposed to mess with. And once they get caught, they're going to run away from that thing. So you really don't have to make it like, no, no, don't do that, right? Like it puts like an emergency, it puts a harshness on it. And even though it is an emergency, it's not always an emergency 100% of the time. So you can use things like and they're like, ooh, right? It's like they know that they know they're doing wrong, right? And once you just a sound to let them know that somebody's watching you do wrong. Okay. They're like, it's almost like, oh my gosh, my conscience just said something really loud. Of course, that's not what a toddler would say in their head, but they already know it's wrong. So once they hear that someone else knows that they know, then they're like, nope, never mind. It's kind of funny when I see that. But yeah, something as simple as, let's see, you got you have don't touch, we don't do that. We're not going to do that. These are words your children can understand at that point. Oh, you could use whoa or hip, hip, hey, all right, hey. You could use all kinds of things. That's my fave. Sometimes I go, hey, whoa, wait, you don't want to mess with that right there. No, buddy. Hey, whoa, not good, right? If you want to give your child a reason why, not good, you can get hurt, or not good, I'm keeping you safe. My daughter, I'm going to put her on blast. She's a lead teacher at a daycare, and there was one child that doesn't know their boundaries and for whatever reason has not taught her boundaries to respect people's space or boundaries or anything like that. So she hit my daughter and my daughter said, absolutely not. She picked her up, moved her from the position she was in into the crib. Absolutely not. She didn't say no, but she made her point. And that child saw that that the child was corrected, taken away from the situation, which is really just the vicinity of my daughter, but taken out of the situation, away from the situation, that's the correction, and told absolutely not. Just that tone alone is, you're getting corrected, this is not acceptable. Of course, as they grow a little bit more, you can give them more of an explanation. You know your child and you know what your child needs as far as more explanation and what words are in their vocabulary. Oh, another one is not happening. Not gonna happen. You move them from the place that they were, really, or you just show up. Not gonna happen. They're like, so it's just to let them know that, yeah, somebody's watching you do wrong. Yeah, I know you're doing wrong. All right. So there you have it. Ways that you can avoid your child using the N-word against you. Because once that N-word is in there, whoo boy, it takes a long time for that N-word to get out. You're welcome. I'm CAMILLE WHO Armstrong, and I am out of here.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Camille Who, the Child's Whisperer. A heartfelt thank you to the generous supporters of the Books and Beyond campaign. This series wouldn't be possible without you. If you're a new or expecting parent, I created Better Parent, Better Future just for you. I empower first-time parents to embrace a positive mindset and navigate those early parenting years with confidence and joy. Click the link in the description to learn more or to find out how we can work together. Until next time, keep showing up, keep growing, and keep leading with love.